Good evening, parents, and welcome to our third Parent Academy for the month of February. If you see the bees that I have in my hair, happy Fat Tuesday. We're super excited for you to join us. Today's topic is going to be about Chromebook utilization, and I have a couple of special guests with me here. We have our Director of Operations, Kayla Reyes, and she's going to do an entire rundown of all the things you need to know to stay in the know when it comes to our Chromebooks. Additionally, we have our principal from the middle school, Principal Pendleton. She's here, so if you happen to hop on, have any questions, you can put them in the chat or you can reach out to us. And for all of our families that are still commuting home, no worries. We are recording this so that you'll be able to look at it at a later time. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to you, our Director of Operations, Ms. Kayla Reyes.
Hello, families. I just have a quick presentation. I'm going to run through what our proposed options are for next year, and then some additional things that we can do if we have some families that we know are unable to buy into this piece. This discussion is around utilizing a insurance from all students that are here to incentivize our students to take care of their Chromebooks throughout the year. Versus this year's stats where we've had a lot of Chromebook abuse. So I will hop in here. Annual insurance should be purchased by every student. So parents, if you have a numerous amount of students at our school, it's a flat rate $30 fee at the beginning of the school year. We will check this before students are enrolled. And again, this is just a proposal. So insurance purchased by every student's family at $30 annually, $30 times our current enrollment, which is the 413, gives us about $12,000 to work with. This insurance would cover any incident that we would have on any student laptop. We have insurance that's purchased at a vastly larger cost, but this cost, however, overall would give us some backup if something happens on a regular basis with student Chromebooks. This again will also help us incentivize our students to take care of their Chromebooks. As you all know, later in life, we don't have this type of insurance for things that we break. We just have to go out and buy new things. So this flat rate fee would help us really make sure that we can take care of Chromebooks for our students currently and going into our next year. So at the end of the school year, any students that have not had to use their funds would get put into a raffle. The idea would be to have a high dollar item presented to the students. So whatever towards the end of the school year is on trend, like this year, the idea would be like a Switch or any kind of new technology that they can use or take home with them. The students that would that wouldn't have had to use their insurance would get put into this raffle. We would pull one per grade. And then this would be also used towards a party for these students that did not have to use their Chromebook insurance. Anything left over would then be used to update the computers annually, as this is a very high dollar item on the operations side. Alternative payment options for families or students that are unable to purchase this would be earning it through school-wide options, and then they would obviously have to be in the free and reduced program. So 247 of our 413 scholars qualify for free and reduced lunches. So that's nearly 60% of our Kairos students. And then all of these repairs a good chunk of these repairs are due to physical damage. So we are using refurbished Chromebooks. We get them from GoodellNet, which works with us really, really well to make sure we have the lowest prices. We also work with a vendor for any other students and staff electronics to make sure that we're getting the lowest price possible. But insurance, obviously, through them is a lot higher on our side than a student side. So this is the total number of student damages by units by grade. Obviously it's a lot higher in our 8th grade, and then these 8th graders will become our 9th graders. So mitigating this by, again, incentivizing our students ahead of time. Knowing that a family is putting in $30 per student, I know would have incentivized me to keep taking care of my stuff growing up, because $30 is a lot of money sometimes. So
Well, let me also add to that because I am, as you know, a parent and my child is in the 8th grade. So I think $30 is definitely a reasonable amount and really a low cost. But what I appreciate about it is it's skin in the game. Sometimes when you are borrowing property, if you don't have any investment in it, you have a propensity not to care as much. And so when we think about a self-directed independent learner, that incorporates taking care of your property or even borrowed property, because that is the primary way that they will access Summit and all of the other research-based activities and information that they need. So taking care of it, having that conversation, putting your eyes on it periodically. So I know that I have dinner with Malachi. I remind him to plug his Chromebook up so that he can have a fully charged Chromebook for the following day. And I'll put my eyes on it. So as parents, if that is a $30 investment that either you want to be able to incentivize your scholar to get back, or just to make sure your scholar is bought into taking care of the property, put your eyes on it periodically to make sure that he or she is doing a good job.
Absolutely. And then this kind of just digs into the idea of community service around if families are unable to purchase this, what we'll look at. There's plenty of stuff to be done around our building on a regular basis for cleanup after hours or during school service. So this rate would be at $15 an hour, 2 hours of work anywhere in our school would provide them that insurance. And then this is something to parents that we can have ideas to riff off of. Any additional ideas around this are more than welcome. Feel free to email me at any point in time. It's kayla.reyes@Kairos Academies. We just want to kind of give a platform towards ideas that have been thrown around the school, and have parent ideas as well come towards us. So that's, I won't read through the entirety of this. And then we have a community service opportunities. Our 9th graders are asked to do them as part of their curriculum. So we have community service that we can do outside of the school. This would count also towards Chromebook insurance as well, along with any behavioral issues. That's a conversation for a totally different day as well. But being able to leverage community service towards being able to pay for your insurance as well. So, and then that's about it.
All right. Well, I think that is definitely a way that we're trying to spend the time to say, hey, Chromebooks are a massive feature, right? Probably the primary property and the asset that they use in order to access all of the information. And we just want to work with our parents. We appreciate you as partners. We are definitely trying to open it up to, like you said, other ideas. I think community service is good because you think about the Chromebook being a part of our community and people valuing all aspects of the community. And if you harm the community, then what can it look and feel like for you to right that harm, or to make sure that you have it available at your use, to do it at home, do it in service, and throughout the entire school year. So if there are any questions, we can take them from the chat, or as mentioned previously, you can reach out to us via email. If a parent does want to purchase the insurance now, what steps do they take, Ms. Reyes, in order to get the Chromebook insurance?
So the insurance is going to be located on our parent portal on our website. So when you hit up the kairosacademies.org on our website, you'll see in the top corner parent portal, and you'll be able to purchase it through there. So just keep an eye out through there. That's getting updated as we go as well. But that feature will always be on there if you're needing to purchase it or pay for damages for your student currently.
That was the other question that we had, was if a Chromebook is currently damaged, how does a parent go about, is it too late if they already have pre-existing damage to buy the insurance? And what are the costs associated with lost chargers or the Chromebook in the event they have failed to purchase insurance?
Yeah, so just like regular life, insurance can't be purchased after the fact. So you do have to pay for the damages during that. When you do enrollment, there is a box that you would have checked off at the beginning of the school year stating that you understood that. However, I know that some people gloss through that sometimes and just check mark things to get through it. But making sure that we're mindful going forward of looking at the boxes that we're checking off. Because just like regular life, there are implications that do happen when we don't read through everything. So damages are assessed by our tech guy, and then are forwarded to the parents. We haven't had a whole lot of them this year, or they've been one-off situations that we've handled within our instructional and operations teams. So
Great. And similarly, I think you mentioned that they can go to the Kairos family portal and submit a ticket. So if you are looking at your Scholars Chromebook and you notice that it is damaged, whether you have the insurance or not, go submit a ticket. If you did purchase the insurance in advance, you will be able to access that. If you did not, then if I heard you correctly, Ms. Reyes, you would then be assessed a bill, and then they will tell you what that looks like. The same thing applies if you lost a charger. Submit a ticket. We will reach back out to you to make sure that you have that. So this is the website, and you'll be able to use the drop-down box and submit a ticket. We are trying to log all of these. It goes to the correct person. You just say who you are, and that person will get the ticket and reply back to you. What if they have any problems with the ticket or it's been a while? What's the typical turnaround time? If I'm a parent and I submit a ticket, when can I anticipate having an answer?
Tickets should all be closed on our operations team side in 48 hours. If there is something that is not getting fixed within that time, again, feel free to reach out to me directly and I will follow up with my team on those. But my team's success on the completion of those has been pretty high, so.
Wonderful. Well, I think we've answered a lot of great questions. Parents, continue to fill out those POSIP surveys. We want to hear from you. This was one of those topics that we heard that you were interested in learning more about. So we'll continue to do that. And until next time, we hope to see you next Monday from 5 to 6 again, and we'll have another Parent Academy. And we just appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.